What is up, YouTube? Spectacular Spider Grandpa coming back at you with a contest entry video. It is about 5:30 in the morning, Virginia Beach, Virginia. It is cold outside. I gotta go to work in a few hours. I am wide awake. I want to get this contest entry knocked out. Um, yeah, so here we are. So the Nerdettes. If you're not familiar with the channel, they got about 137, 38, 39, somewhere in that area, subs. It's a group of girls, a gaggle, if you will, of beautiful ladies. They're into everything geek related, Walking Dead, anime, video games, you name comic books, all kinds of stuff. I just recently found their channel maybe 2, 3 weeks ago, maybe. Summed them up. I watch everything they've been putting out so far. Great stuff, great charisma, beautiful ladies. They're doing. I don't think it's a milestone giveaway. It's just something they want to do, and they're giving away a SNES Classic. And all you have to do is make a video, post your link to their channel on the page. Um, Hopefully, if Grandpa remembers, and if you don't have memory failure, he'll link that video in the description below. And so I'm at like 400 and some odd subs. So a lot of you that are subbed to me, go over to the Nerdettes channel, sub them up, tell them Grandpa sent you, Spider Grandpa, because I'm sure there's a ton of grandpas out there, but there's only one Spider Grandpa. I'm still getting over this cold, feeling a lot better. I've weaned myself off the medicine, so uh, today's my second day without any cold or flu medicine, so we're good. But that's a whole other story. We're here for the Nerdettes giveaway. They have a few questions they like you to answer, and Grandpa doesn't do any old contest video. He loves the outside the norm the questions. So these are a little bit video game related. So let's just get right into it. Let's see here. Favorite SNES game and why? Um, so I've been gaming since the Atari 2600. I had Atari. I had the 2600. I had the 5200. My uncle had a ColecoVision. My other uncle had Pong. Loved all those. Then we got into the NES. I got one of those late. Was about a year after it came out. My mom could finally afford one. Got that. Fell in love with it. That was a milestone when the NES came out. Then I forgot. I had to have been a sophomore in high school when the SNES come out, because I remember right after it came out, me and my buddy Ed, we rented it from Blockbuster Video, rented the whole thing, the controllers, and I think we rented Super Mario World and Final Fantasy 2. Now, I lost a lot of sleep because I slept over his house. We played Super Mario World, but then we got into Final Fantasy 2. Me and him loved RPGs. So I had played Final Fantasy 1 on the NES, loved it. Final Fantasy 2 just blew me away. Absolutely loved that game. So many other great games, RPGs on there. Chrono Trigger, Secret of Mana, which was recently revamped for the PlayStation 4. I believe it's on the PlayStation 4. I don't know if it's on the Xbox, but you can buy that for about $40 if you really want that. I think going into my junior year, I can't remember what. I still didn't own a SNES. And Street Fighter 2 was out, and I was going to my buddy Pat's house playing Street Fighter every day. Uh, Falling in love with Ken. That's when I really got into the Ken character. The one being between Ken and Riley, he was from America. He had the hot wife. So I was collecting comic books. That was in my first collection at that time, and all of a sudden, Pat, um, if you guys are subbed to Patrick Bagden Comedy, it's that's Pat I'm talking about. He wanted to start collecting comic books, and he wanted to trade his SNES with Street Fighter for 100 comic books. He said, pick out the best comic books you think are going to be worth some money, and I will trade you. And he did. I can't remember what 100 comic books I gave him. It's been so long ago. But I gave him the comic books. He gave me an SNES and Street Fighter 2. So I remember that. That was a pretty cool memory. What else? Super Mario RPG was great. So many classic SNES games. One I do have fond memories of is probably a title that nobody else has really heard of. If you have, you're awesome. It was called Uniracers, and it was unicycle racing. And I remember me and my girlfriend at that time, we would play the shit out of that game. I know she had two sisters that would get in onto it. We've had serious competitions in her basement with Uniracers. It usually led to making out, but that was a whole other video. Uniracers. Then I had another girlfriend who was really big into Clay Fighter. Clay Fighter was another great game. I remember getting Mortal Kombat on SNES. It didn't have the blood, but that was a big milestone, playing Mortal Kombat in your house. All my friends were coming over, trying to steal my comic books and play Mortal Kombat. Get the fuck out. This is Grandpa's house. No, I'm just kidding. So many great games on the SNES. Can't really narrow down a favorite. I'm making this video way too long. Next question they had, add any character to Smash Brothers. Oh, I haven't played Smash Brothers since it's been a while. But I am familiar with the game. This was really hard for me because they have a lot of great characters in the game already. Like you said, a lot of downloadable characters. The only one, I thought about this all day at work actually, and I was thinking, there could be a tag team of Roger Rabbit and Jessica Rabbit. I thought that'd be pretty cool to throw into the Smash Brothers universe. Favorite collectible. So I collect comics. I collect Funko Pops. I collect magazine covers. I collect toenail clippings in a jar. I collect a lot of shit. So few of my favorite collectibles. I collect Funko Pops. I have 708, I think. This is autographed Flash Gordon Pop, autographed by Sam Jones. My buddy, British geeky guy who no longer does videos, got this autograph for me last year, I think it was the year before. Here it is, and that's his signature on there. It says Mike from Sam Jones, The Flash. This is collectible. I will not be getting rid of. One of my favorites in my Pops. I've shown it before. On the comic book side of things, this is a Walking Dead #1 variant edition. It's actually signed by the creator of Walking Dead, Robert Kirkman, and Rob Liefeld, one of the great 90s artists. I won this in a contest, and another part of my collection I will not be getting rid of. Big fan of the Walking Dead TV show. Those of you who've been watching my channel for a while know that. And here it is. There's the Walking Dead #1 signed by Liefeld and Kirkman. There's a COA right there. So another another book, another part of my collection I will not be getting rid of. And this one I don't really show a lot. Uh, I still watch wrestling from time to time, not as much as I used to. I used to never miss uh, SmackDown or Raw or TNA or WCW. Take a drink of Kool-Aid real quick. Alright, so I'm a big fan of heavy metal music. Went to Ozfest like 10 years in a row. 1 year, the WWE at that time, F Superstar, Lita was there, Amy Dumas. She was signing autographs. It was right after her major neck surgery, and the usher standing in lines like, don't try to make her look up and down, and she just had neck surgery. I was like, all right, whatever. So this is when VHS tapes were still relevant, and I actually got this signed by Lita. So she signed Hugs and Kisses and all that. One of my favorite divas. I thought she was hot as fuck. So yeah, don't always show this off. It sits on my shelf up there. But that's it. And also, they want to know something that no one else knows about me. Oh man, this is tough. Let's see. All right. I suffer from a form of depression. I found this out when I was working on the water as a merchant mariner. I would have severe anger issues. Like I would walk into the galley or the kitchen for you land folk, um, and someone would be standing in front of the coffee pot, and something would just snap in my head, and I would have to go back to my room, and I would sit there and I would think on how to hurt this person just because they were standing in front of the coffee pot. So when I was talking to the captain of my boat about it, and he said, he went through the same thing, and he told his doctor, and so I went when I got off. When I had shore leave, I went to my doctor, and he told me, yeah, it's a chemical imbalance in your brain. It's a form of depression. I'm gonna prescribe you some uh, it's a generic form of Prozac, basically what it is, and I take a pill a day. I have been for years now, and if I don't take that, I have severe anger issues. Excuse me. So that is something I really don't talk about a lot on videos. But yeah, so and it gets pretty bad. I get any little thing pisses me off, and yeah, it's not pretty. But so yeah, that's something no one really knows about me. I have anger issues. Other than that, that's all the questions they want. Like I said, they're giving away a SNES Classic. I would like to win, but I don't really care about the prize because I lived through the SNES days. If I wanted to play any of them games, I could just get an emulator, and but it'd be pretty cool to have. Don't get me wrong. But I just wanted to support this channel, get them some more subs going this way, and I'm going to end this video. It's almost at 15 minutes. Go sub up the Nerdettes, the gaggle of geeks, geeky girls, awesome girls. Tell them Grandpa sent you Spider Grandpa. Be kind to one another, guys. Go enter this contest.